At this time in my life, I'm bodyguarding for a client who is just a big money guy. Wall Street, all of this. I'm going to make this story very short. Essentially, he did the exact same thing Bernie Madoff did. I was with this client for 6 months, every single day, getting paid the most ridiculous money I'd ever got paid, traveling all over the U.S. with him. We were in Nashville, Tennessee, pulling up to our Airbnb. We got surrounded by 45 federal, FBI, local SWAT team, and sheriffs. Did full call out, surrounded the vehicle, MP5 at my head by the FBI female, dogs, helicopters, whole 9 yards. And what was crazy and impressive is I didn't see it coming a mile away.
Wow.
We pulled up to our Airbnb. I hopped out of the vehicle, was walking up to the door to check in, and my client rolled his window down and he goes, get in the car, get in the car, get in the car. And we're in $1 million neighborhood in Nashville, Tennessee, where the road leading in just had a whole bunch of cars parked on the road. So nothing out of the norm. And I run to the Suburban, jump in, because I'm driving an up-armored Suburban at this time, which was mine, and jump in the vehicle, throw it and drive, and he's lying down.
Because you don't know what the threat is. You don't know what.
No idea what's happening. Jump in the vehicle. He's just going, go, 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 go. Jump in, throw it and drive, start going. And 5 of the cars on the in the road in front just go.
Oh, and man.
All the ones behind us.
Dang.
And I mean, within seconds, we were completely U-shaped in the front of us. Everything's clear behind. Rifles drawn out.
Wow.
I had about 8 dots on me. At this time, I'm vested. I have a pistol on me, rifle behind me, pistol in my door. Because we were traveling on average with like $200,000, $300,000 with us.
Like in cash?
In cash. And
how come?
Do what?
How come?
He was just a baller. We went to Vegas and spent $2.5 million in 4 days. Huh. I mean, every kind of show, every kind of, just a different kind of lifestyle that if you don't live in that like A-list kind of lifestyle, it just makes no sense.
Man, those federal agents, you think, were they like,
everybody's lying down as you pass in those cars? And then as soon as it
would have, I mean, there's the only thing I can think of. And I was pretty relaxed at this time. We were just on a little vacation. We had 3 people in the car. We were going to hang out in Nashville for a few days. And when that
MP5 went to your head, were you like, peripheral vision? Is that finger on the trigger? Is this person's first day?
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah.
It happened so fast and so loud. Like I had never been on the other end of what we do. Wow. So it was wild. Violence of action works 100%.
Dang,
so I'm just sitting there and I realized that this wasn't gangbangers or something.
Yeah.
This is because they all had FBI across. They had 10, can't remember the exact number, like 10 to 13 agents that flew from San Francisco to make the arrest.
Oh, interesting.
So they had everybody.
I might know one of those people. Okay.
Everybody had all their stuff visible. So I knew we were good. My hands instantly went to the roof. They start doing call outs. So called him out first, back passenger, exit the vehicle, back driver, exit the vehicle, passenger, exit the vehicle. And now it's just me. Yeah. And which, if you know the highest threat, leave in. That way, if you have to start firing, you're not hitting everybody else. So I'm just chilling in this vehicle and they're like, all right, sir. And I was like, I don't know. And now this is the first time I talk. And I'm like, who's in charge? And girl next to me, shut the fuck up.
Really?
And I'm like, and then one of the other guys is like, sir, this is Officer Smith.
Yeah.
What is it? And I was like, sir, my name is Lucas O'Hara. I'm ex-military. I have a pistol on my side, a pistol on my door, a rifle behind me. I'm wearing a vest. I have no idea what's going on. I'll do exactly what you tell me to do. He goes, thank you so much for telling me this.
Because they have the door open? What do they have?
No, nothing. So my door's still closed. My hands are still on.
How are they hearing you? Is like back doors open?
Windows are open. Windows are open because we had all our windows open regardless. So I'm talking to them through my open window because we were just hanging out, music on the radio, like that kind of day. So staying there, hands on the roof. And he's like, is your pistol in your door panel? And I was like, yes, sir. He goes, all right, what we're going to have you do is you're going to crawl over your center dashboard. You're going to get on the ground, not dashboard, center console. Yeah. You're going to get on the ground. You're going to let my officers detain you. And I was like, yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah. He goes, go ahead and start moving. And I went,
yeah,
like about as slow as I could go. He kind of chuckled a little bit, which very quickly released the tension a little. Yeah. He's like, you move a little faster than that, son. And I was like, thank you, sir. So I moved out, got the ground, jumped on top of me.
Why didn't they come over and pull and open the door and just
because the pistol was in the door. Because I told them I had a pistol mounted to my door. So if you open the door of my Suburban, I had a holster mounted to the side of my door. So if my door opened, I could grab my pistol off the door. So I don't know why, but they didn't want me to come out my door because of that. They would rather me keep my hands visible, crawl across, get on the ground. So get on the ground, very quickly detain me. Once I was in handcuffs, the whole mood changed. Everybody kind of took a breath, took me down to the curb. At this point, straight shaking. Legs shaking, hands shaking, adrenaline dump is finally, you get that little clear spot. Sit down, they go through my wallet, find my blue card, carries permit, military ID, my service dog ID, just all my stuff. FBI agent comes over, they go, do you have any idea what's going on here today? I go, I don't have a fucking clue what just happened. Because he's already gone. Bagged him in a car, gone.
Dang.
So I'm sitting there and they're like, all right. And everyone, like the cops come over and they're like, what's up, brother? How you doing? He goes, where'd you serve? Start talking about military stuff. All of them were ex-vets. Got me out of handcuffs in about 5 minutes. And they're like, you have no idea what's going on. And I was like, no, I don't. And they're like, your client has stolen millions and millions of dollars. And they're like, we've been setting this up for almost 6 months now, which is the exact amount of time I had been working with him. Dang. His previous bodyguard had no background, which I picked up the client from him. I had known him in Atlanta. So when I got picked up by him, apparently because of my background, it was a big red flag to him because they were putting this whole package together to swoop him. So all of that, the guy comes over and he goes, all of this is for you.
Wow.
And he was like, we thought we were going to have a firefight today. Jeez. And it was just this, like, everybody's laughing now. 2 of the guys came over and gave me a hug and they're like, you did good, buddy. You did good. And he was like, we thought this was going to go because we couldn't figure out why he had someone like you working for him if he didn't know this was about to happen.
Jeez. So did they have air overhead? Did you see a helo or anything? Do you know?
Oh yeah. That? So yep, we had a helo and everything.
Just one?
Just one, and then a news. There was a news one that showed up pretty quick. And then 2 dogs, and then the rest was local SWAT, the FBI, and then there was a few guys from DEA there because I don't know why the DEA was there. There was at least 2 that I can remember.
Yeah. Joint stuff. Did they know? Do you ever find out if they were tracking your vehicle or if they already?
Everything. They had photos of me at the nightclubs I worked. Like they had everything. Because as soon as that happened, I went home and went directly to the FBI headquarters in Atlanta. I put money through my account for him. I did everything.
Oh wow!
Half his cards.
So now you're a conspirator.
And here's the other issue: is 3 weeks before that, I invested $75,000 with him.
Oh wow!
Of money that I didn't have.
Did you ever get it back, or you didn't have it?
No, I took out loans for it.
Oh geez.
So
was that a gone?
I bought. So the way that works is you invest. Let's put it in first. Is you invest because he was doing hedge funds. So he did it identical to what Bernie did. So which I didn't know at the time. And this was someone that I considered like a father figure. I was with this man. He was older. He was in his 50s. I was with him all the time. Like I watched him work. I watched him trade. I watched everything. He was a true sociopath. Like nothing. Like to the point where I was holding my hands on the money, handing it over to him because I wanted to start my own security company. And I was like, this is literally everything I have. And I go, I hope you realize how much I'm trusting you. He put his hands on top of my hands and he said, I cannot tell you how proud I am of you. Cannot wait to see where your business goes. I love you like a son. And he took that money knowing by this time, from what I found out later, he was already on the run. He knew this was going to happen. And after 6 months of being with him every day, still did that. So the vehicle was in my name. He covered all the payments on it, which was through the roof because I had an up armored Suburban. So roughly $200,000 vehicle. And then all that money I took out in loans because I had perfect credit. I had 800 plus credit score, took all the loans to invest this. You invest, let's say $50,000 on the first of every month, you get a return of 2,500. So my goal was, let's say invest 50,000, get that return of 2,500, put all that money back into it. Fast forward 5 years. Now I'm making a profit of this money, invest another. So then within X amount of time, I'm just getting 50 grand off the or 5 grand a month off the interest of the money that I put in.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I had seen people make millions off it working with him. Like he had clients that were just making money hands over fist.
They were at the top, closer to the top of the pyramid.
And I trusted him. And there was no reason for me not to. He was working with some of the biggest names in Atlanta. Like, I had people that I had worked for previously that were investing with him. And I waited 6 months before I did it. And then finally hit that part. And that was 3 weeks away. So I lost everything.